Hi, it's Darrin, OurNextMove. Good evening. It is Monday, May 10th, and I am really happy to report that my visa got approved yesterday. I didn't expect it to get approved so quick. I think it took about 6 days. I applied for it online while here in the U.S., and then I mentioned to you a couple of days ago that I thought there'd be an issue because there was 3 embassies that you can select from to submit your application to electronically, and they're jurisdictional. I should have submitted, although now I think it probably wasn't a problem. I should have submitted my application to the Los Angeles embassy on the West Coast, because that embassy handles business for all the states on the West Coast along the I-5 corridor. But I submitted mine to the embassy in Chicago, and I didn't realize this until a couple of days after I had submitted it. But apparently it wasn't a problem. I did email them and apologize for submitting it to the wrong embassy, and they said, don't worry about it, we'll take care of it. So for those of you that apply for your Thai visa, I really don't think it matters which embassy you submit it to, regardless of where you live in the U.S., because for me, apparently it wasn't a problem. But I'm really excited. I applied for a non-immigrant O visa for 90 days. This will allow me to stay in Thailand up to 90 days. And as you know, I am moving to Thailand permanently. So you might be wondering, well, what the heck are you going to do if it's only for 90 days? Well, while I'm there, I will be converting my visa to a non-immigrant O visa based on marriage. As you know, I am married to a Thai national just recently, about 3 months ago. And so I will apply for that type of visa. Now, that type of visa, there's a couple of different requirements. I'm going to have to show that I have health insurance. I'm going to have to make sure that I have 400,000 Thai baht in a Thai bank account for a period of up to 2 months prior to my application of the visa. And that money has to stay in the Thai bank account indefinitely, because I have to show that that's been sitting there year after year upon my renewal, because I got to renew this visa, this marriage visa, every year. And that kind of sucks, because that ties up, quite a bit of money. I mean, it's not really a problem for us, but just knowing that money is tied up and can't be touched, it's about $12,500 US. Knowing that it can't be touched, just is a little bit unnerving. I mean, I can touch it in the event there's an emergency, but that will affect my ability to renew my my visa if I don't show that that's been sitting there. I need to do a little bit more research about that. But anyway, that's one of the requirements. The other requirement is my wife has to provide information about her residence, proving that she owns it and that she's permitting me to stay there. And part of that is she has to take a photo and submit a copy of her resident registration, which is this little booklet that she has that basically proves that she's the owner of her property. And there's other things that's required to get that visa. I'm not going to worry about that right now, because Noi and I will figure things out as we approach the time in which I go to apply for that visa. I'm just stoked that I got this initial visa yesterday. The other thing I did is, and I did this today actually, this is still a requirement to travel to Thailand, is I had to get COVID insurance that provides up to $10,000 US dollars of coverage in the event that you get COVID. That costs, and this is for 90 days, so it's a 90-day policy. That costs me right about $100, not too bad for 3 months. But I needed that in order to apply for my Thailand pass. And that's the other thing I did today, is I applied for the Thailand pass. And I think that takes anywhere from 3 to 5 days. But in addition to the visa, the Thailand pass is like a certificate of entry into the country. And when I went there 3 months ago, I had to apply for a Thailand pass. It wasn't too bad. They ask for a number of different things: your flight arrangements, your COVID insurance, which like I said, I got today, copy of your passport, and a couple of other things. That took me all of about 20 minutes to apply for the Thailand pass. And so once I get the Thailand pass approved, that's pretty much it. All I have left really is to just sell the remaining stuff that I have. Some of you know, in an earlier video, I had to sell a couple of guns. And so what I ended up doing, instead of dealing with the rigmarole of trying to sell it online and then meeting with a whole bunch of meatheads to show them and deal with all the inquiries and stuff like that, what I decided to do instead was take it to a local auction house. These people are pretty popular in our area. Again, I live in Port Orchard, Washington. I took my guns there about 3 weeks ago, and I've never sold anything via an auction, so I was a little nervous about it. But anyway, the auction went live today. It started today at 10 a.m. And one of my guns, which is an AK-47, fully tricked out. I mean, I was bummed about having to sell it. Is already up to $1,300. There's been 46 bids on it. So apparently these assault rifles are still incredibly popular. So I'm looking forward to seeing how much that sells for. And it was really easy. I just basically dropped the guns off. They inspected it real quick. Had me sign some paperwork, had me show my ID. Again, this is 3 weeks ago. And that was it. They told me once it sells, they'll contact me, ask me how I want the money, whether I want to come and pick up a check or have it deposited into my bank account. And that's it, basically. So I'm pretty excited to see how that goes. Anyway, there's one last thing I wanted to just mention real quick to y'all. I try to make videos that features my wife Noi also, who is in Chiang Mai, Thailand. The problem is, well, and I'm still new as a creator here on YouTube, and so I'm learning as, you know, every time I make a video, I learn something new. But with my wife being in Thailand, which is, again, on the other side of the globe, and she's no expert either. I mean, she's an actress, but she doesn't know anything about video creation. And so what happens is, you know, I tell her, I say, Noi, I need you to send me some video. Here's a topic I'd like you to talk about today. And what she does is she records it on her phone, and then she sends it to me over WhatsApp, which is an online texting application, apparently really popular in Thailand. It's also pretty popular here in the US. But she sends it as a video attachment via WhatsApp. And so ultimately what I have to do is I have to go into WhatsApp, save it to either my computer or to my phone, and then import it into Adobe Premiere Pro, which is what I have been using for video editing. And the quality isn't always that great at all. So I apologize for that. Once I move to Thailand, I'll probably be investing in some better equipment. But in the meantime, my hope is that you guys will just bear with us with some of the crummy video quality that we've been posting. Trust me, we know it's not always that great, but it's the best that we can do at this point. And I feel it's important that as I approach my move to Thailand, that we capture and post some of the video from Noi, because I really want you guys to get to know her as much as you guys have gotten to know me. Anyway, that's all for now. Take care. God bless. From Port Orchard, Washington. Again, this is Darrin. Our next move. Sawadee ka.
No, hak di tua. Amai, hak di tua. Ni mun sao? Hong nữa.
Now, we get some the reward from the YouTube that I think that some the reward this is the color is the silver or the gold, but this many stuff here. We should have the gold color. No, that is a silver because we have subscribe about 10,000. Yeah, no, 100,000. Yeah, on the subscribe on that. That's why that the YouTube they will give for this company. ดูข้างในมันต้องมีฐานตั้งใช่ไหมอ่ะโชว์อ่ะแขวนต้องมาจากทอดฉากอ่ะใช่ไหม